The Losi Tenacity DB Pro is one of our all-time favourite ready-to-run RCs to take to the track, but there's been a lot of new releases since this was released back in 2019. So the question is
this RC desert style buggy still worth it in late 2021, coming into 2022?
Losi Tenacity DB Pro Revisited, coming up. Welcome back to the channel. Recently we revisited the Losi LN2 with a very muddy bash and gave you our long-term thoughts on it. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check that out afterwards. And if you love everything RC, be sure to like, subscribe and comment below your favourite RC car to take to the track.
Later in the video, we'll discuss whether this is still a good buy in late 2021 coming into 2022 and if it's right for you. But first, let's have a quick refresher.
The Losi Tenacity DB Pro is a desert style buggy that is 110 scale, 4-wheel drive, comes ready to run and is 3S capable. Under the hood, we'll see Spektrum's magic technology with the SpektRum Firma 130 amp smart ESC and the SpektRum Firma 3150 kV brushless motor. It also comes with a Spektrum AVC receiver, which is a stability control, great for people like us that, well, we need all the help we can get when it comes to driving RC cars. Now, with all that being said, we've done some upgrades to our Tenacity DB Pro. First off, we've upgraded the servo to a Savox, that's a lot faster. Secondly, we've added a Castle motor fans, keep those temperatures down nice and cool. Thirdly, we've gone with the Flysco Noble MB4 radio to help improve responsiveness. Another great option would be the Spektrum DX5 Rugged. And finally, we've added track tires to our buggy that suits our particular track, and that's going to help improve its handling. Now, we're going to have all these upgrades along with where you can pick up the Losi Tenacity DB Pro, linked in the description down below if you're interested.
Now, before we get to our long-term thoughts on owning this and whether or not it's worth buying in 2022, first, let's take it to the track and then to the skate park.
Here we are on location at
the Harewood Radio Controlled Car Club with the Losi Tenacity DB Pro, and today we're going to be running these Turnigy 5500 milliamp 140C 3S LiFo battery. Remote on. Power on.
Man, this was crazy. Let's get this RC on the track. All that driving you just saw before, that was all Amber. Now I'm on the controls, so it's probably not going to be as good. I tell you what, Amber is an absolute beast on the controls of the DB Pro. She even won a competition in Hong Kong. She was so good on the DB Pro. But look, if you're looking for a buggy that you can take to the track, it's completely ready to run at around about $400. Don't look anywhere else, man. The DB Pro is the one to go for. It just handles so nicely. Such a nice buggy to run at a track while still being reasonably durable and good to bash. And for sure, the first upgrade is going to be the tyres. If you are really going to take to the track, it'll be the tyres and then a faster servo. And the light bar really stands out and helps with your orientation, especially on big track. Oh, there we go, full throttle. I think it's time that we take it to a new location and do some jumps. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I'm going to try my best to resist not sending this 100 feet in the air. Let's start on some little jumps, eh? A little bit scared about this one, Amber. I don't want to break it. Ooh.
I do think this is a terrible idea.
I'll start slowly. I will level it up now. Oh! Oh, that was good, that was good.
Oh!
You want to get the downslope, you know? Oh no, not quite enough. Oh yeah.
Oh!
Oh yes! Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Oh no! Oh, that was bad. Oh. Our shocks are tuned more for the track, guys. It's definitely not tuned for a skate park. But it's holding up, and now it's not. Just the pinion gear. It's alright, we should be able to fix that. See that? Just the pinion's loose. We're all good now, and the mesh was out a little bit, so I've pushed it in a little bit closer. The mesh should be a bit better. We should be good to go. Like we say a lot of the time, we do stuff like this, so you don't have to. I wouldn't necessarily suggest bashing a Losi Tenacity DB Pro at a skate park. We're gonna hit the big ramp now. We're gonna hit the big boy, the big one. We're not mucking around. We're good. Oh, yes. Oh, it loves it. Oh, yes. A little bit nose heavy on that landing, but we good.
It's awesome.
Whoa, it's pretty tough. Woo. It's pretty tough, but it does have some weak points, which we'll talk about soon. Oh, we can do this all day long, man. I can do this all day long. I'm gonna do something really stupid. I'm gonna hit that at full speed, fly, and on the downslope of that one. I calculate that my chance 0.2%.
Oh, did you hear that?
Completely missed the downslope, but look, it's still alive. How's that possible after that jump? Did you see how high that went?
I saw how high that went.
The fact that this car is still straight, the chassis is still perfectly straight to the naked eye, is insane. The fact that this car is still working is insane, and that there is very little damage. Couple of things, the bracket that holds the ESC on is broken off. That's easy fix. You see we lost a couple of screws here that attaches our tower-to-tower brace from the upper bulkhead.
You're lost for words.
I'm lost for words, so it's time to go to the studio, gather my thoughts and my words, and then give you guys our thoughts after owning this RC for quite some time now, over a year. Looks like we decapitated our other driver too. We'll find him. We'll find him. Don't worry, guys. We'll find him.
I can't believe that this car drove off in almost perfect condition, apart from a couple of screws popping out and a couple of heads popping off. It's basically in perfect condition. So the question is the Losi Tenacity DB Pro still worth it coming into 2022?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is our go-to buggy when it comes to just having fun at the track. It's ready to run, so there's no build required. The handling is super nice around the track. The jumps are smooth, balanced, and easy air control. And if down the track you want to upgrade your servo, your tires, and your radio to something like the Spektrum DX5 Rugged, you will truly upgrade the performance of this buggy and get the most out of it. There are some weak points, of course, the main weak point being that the drive shafts will bend if you do some moderate bashing, but they're easy enough to fix in a vice or pretty cheap to replace, and there are also upgrade options available. So to answer your question, Amber, the answer is an absolute yes. This is definitely worth picking up now at the end of 2021 and coming into 2022. But if you're someone that's more into bashing, I do think there is a better option.
The arm is sent in 3S, and although it's not as good around the track as the DB Pro, this thing has been for some epic jumps and it is still alive.
Yeah, somehow. I mean, honestly, I think that this is possibly Armour's toughest Armour RC that they've ever created. Now, let us know in the comments if you would like to see a full comparison between these two, because they do come in at pretty similar price ranges. But for right now, if I was looking for a car that's more suited for the track and could do a bit of bashing on the side, the DB Pro would be the one I'd be going for. If I was looking for something that's more towards bashing, or maybe a little bit of track on the side, then the Centered would be the one I'd be going for. Either way, you're not going to be disappointed. These are both awesome RC cars. I'm going to have them both linked in the description down below if you're interested.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a like anyway. Make sure you're staying safe out there on your RC adventures.
I'm Joe.
I'm Amber.
We're the RC Kiwis, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.